insert your saved character disc from any of the first 3 Quest for Glory games into the disk drive, so that your hero can make the journey to Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another Let's Play.
Your character has been successfully imported. Welcome to Shadows of Darkness.
My name is Anna Mardall. And we'll get past this. I do apologize for the sound. Here we go. Now we're going to blow past this real quick because I don't want to get too invested in Thief.
Nope.
We will be playing the game again as a paladin, and the thief is just so I can show you a couple things.
You search the disk.
So we're not gonna dwell on this. We're gonna go through quickly.
A brief.
How is everyone doing?
You take.
Alright, we got ourselves a torch. And now we're going to skedaddle.
You've made it into a large chamber.
There is...
You're in the heart.
Nothing over here. You may recall that the mage had a sheet over a body, which the mage used to levitate, fly across the upcoming canyon. The thief is supposed to get across a different way, so there's no sheet, and there's no kopecks on a body to steal. And it looks like we don't have to fight the batters either.
You can see the entrance.
So this is the canyon area where the mutated boyar lives. We can test the rope.
You cautiously test the rope before crossing. It feels as though it's firmly anchored on both ends of the chasm.
And we can walk it. And the boyar still tries to mess with us, but we managed to get away.
You just barely made it across the pit.
Woohoo! So let's skedaddle. That's the technical term, skedaddling.
You slip through the mouth of the cave, just...
And as I said, I'm gonna blow through this all, because we're gonna see it in a few minutes later when we do Paladin, so. Boop, 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 boop. Grab the Dark One sign.
6.
Head out. We don't have any rope.
You can't quite reach the ledge. You'll need equipment to climb it. The standing stones...
So let's pretend that we don't have trigger. We do have it, but let's pretend that since we're not a mage, we don't immediately think of magic-y things.
The path is dripping with slimy goo. You're having a hard time maintaining your footing on it.
Woo! We slid down. But we're here now. Woohoo! It is still nighttime, and so we get to see the little will-o-wisps. We're gonna head to town. What time is it? Okay. By the time we actually left the squid area as a mage, it was already daytime because we couldn't see the will-o-wisps. we might as well rest because there's
You take a knee.
we need to get inside the town, and we can't do that until, oh, look at the sky. That's a very pretty sky. It's lightning like dawn is. Let's just sit here and watch it. That is just gorgeous. I really do like the I didn't like the nighttime effects so much in Quest for Glory 3. Partly because it just felt like a dark filter that made it hard to see everything. But I do very much like the darkness effects in this game. They were more gentle and subtle with it, I think. It is day 1. Oh, my friend on Twitter who's working on the game pointed out this bug that when you stay in the same area and that goes from day to night, the time thingy is still nighttime image. I had not noticed that before. I don't think that happens when you actually manually rest. Maybe just whenever the time passes because you're standing in one place. I don't know. Gate is open, so we're gonna waltz in. Take the town by storm. Be like, hey babe, I'm a thief.
You! How did you get here? Why are you here? Few strange.
So we need the Adventure Guild's
This
key from him.
Are you just sightseeing or casing my place?
I mean, both and.
The old Adventurers Guild is at the north end of town. It has been abandoned for many years, since we have not had many adventurers who could cross the swamp. Seeing as you are supposed to be an adventurer, here, have a key to the guild door. Perhaps you can find something of use there.
Thank you very much.
Stay out of trouble and...
Alright, off to the Adventurers Guild we go. Here we come, adventuring among the leaves.
as you enter the northern, your attention.
Here we come, adventuring, so fair to be seen. Unlock the door.
The door.
Alright, so one new thing.
This is a long, sturdy-looking rope with a grapnel hook attached to one end.
So let's read the
You read
logbook.
near then Piotr
Sign
near
the
the-
logbook.
you're
Grab that rope.
trying to be a You pick up the rope and grapnel set and tie it onto your pack.
And let's climb the rope.
Someone has deliberately scraped these marks into the ceiling.
So I have a... Oh, it's over there. Hang on. The instruction manual, which comes with the game, has a section on thief marks. The I means look, and we're not really sure what that means. That could be either 4 hash marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, or I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a table? I guess it could be the table that the logbook is on. Take our rope and grapnel. Search under desk. So now we've got some more. These symbols look like a hook or a curl. Then I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is the bookcase and there's something above it. Not sure what these mean. 4ZIE? Or 3? I don't know. Not as helpful as one might hope. But these hooks look useful. So, we noticed before that it was these coat hooks look kind of weird. First of all, they're kind of low for a coat hook. So if we, interesting. If we press the glowing skull, that one moves. Uh-oh, they all moved that time, or most of them moved. Okay, that is not right. There we go. Climb that bookshelf. Search that hole. Now this looks interesting.
You climb down the ladder into a seedy-looking room. A massive door blocks off a smaller room in the rear. This isn't as dusty as the Adventurers Guild, and the torches look recently lit. Your eye is drawn to the Thieves Guild recruiting poster on the back wall. It gives you fond memories of your home guild.
One of my biggest complaints about Quest for Glory 2, and it is an oft-repeated complaint, was that Shapier was big enough that it really needed a good Thieves Guild. Tarna didn't have one either. It made slightly more sense in Tarna because Tarna's anti-thief measures were so drastic that it made sense that thieves would just avoid the place. Although now that I say that, I'm sitting there thinking, actually, all they do is declare you honorless, and then you can leave on a caravan, so it almost seems like you could blow in, snatch some stuff, and blow back out. But anyway, regardless, point being, the only game in this series that has had a thief guild up to this one is the first one. And it was a good little guild. It was just one room. It was tiny and cramped, and it felt too small to really stretch out, but it also made sense that it would be small because Spielberg was kind of small and piddly. So I've been missing that community of thieves, the company of thieves, a place where you could. It makes sense. The thieves would need a place to learn their skills, to hone their skills, to fence their goods, to talk with other people who are thieves, a place to be relaxed in themselves. So it looks like Mordavia had a thriving thieves guild. Maybe not so thriving now because the walls look pretty disrepaired, but there's torches. So let's go around the room.
Some barrels have been stacked up in the corner, probably leftovers from wild guild parties. The well-worn oak desk looks as though it could conceal 1,000 secrets. Most of the drawers appear to be fakes. The one real drawer is locked.
There's a grate over here.
You examine the metal grate on the floor. It might be a drainage grate, but it's strange that there should be two of them right next to each other. This is a drainage grate. Strange that there should be two of them almost next to each other. The painting is undoubtedly a forgery. Not that you know anything about art forgery, but you're quite sure that it would have been stolen a long time ago if it was actually worth anything. The painting... This seedy place must be the Thieves Guild Hall. Actually, it compares favorably to the one in Spielberg, but it's become dusty and neglected. There doesn't seem to have been anyone in here for quite some time. Some barrels have been stacked up in the corner, probably leftovers from wild guild parties. A single tapped barrel rests against the back wall. This is a Thieves Guild recruiting poster, featuring a sophisticated worldly master thief. In an early excess of 3D poster art techniques, the artist has arranged the poster so that the thief is holding an actual plastic card. A legend at the bottom says, "Don't thieve home without it." The double doors are, of course, locked. This is a Thieves Guild, after all. You don't have any rations. Flickering flames flare in the sconce. This is rather weird. Isn't this place deserted?
Sounds like we're getting hungry because it reminded us that we don't have any rations. So, let's leave for just a second and go grab some rations. It wouldn't do to faint out of hunger. That would be bad. But then we're going to go explore that guild hall. That looked interesting.
This general store is cheery and well lit, thanks to the warm hearth. The first things that you notice are the cats. They seem to be everywhere. Then you see the shopkeeper, sitting on her rocking chair as she knits. She's a very, sturdy-looking woman.
So, you're the stranger in town. I've heard all about you already.
Okay. We need to buy some stuff. We're gonna buy some trail rations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're a thief, so we're gonna buy an oil flask. You never know when you need to oil some locks and hinges. And we're also probably gonna be stealing things, so let's get a big old shopping bag to put all of our stuff in.
Goodbye. Or
That makes sense, right? Alright, back in we go. Save. And in we go. All right, where do we start? There's actually a little note.
This is a Thieves Guild recruiting
Oh, that's the
poster.
pinned note. Don't thieve home without it. So apparently this is holding an actual card.
The note suggests that a real card-carrying Thieves Guild member would know how to improvise here. After all, he'd have the right equipment for the job.
Can the poster
The
move?
poster is firmly attached to the wall. There's nothing behind this one.
Let's take the card.
You slip the Thieves Guild membership card into your pocket. It's designed to slip into things after all.
Congratulations! This card says that you're a member in good standing of the International Thieves Guild Unions, Inc. In this case, you're in especially good standing because you even stole the card. So, let's check the grades.
That didn't... Rummaging around under the floor drain, you find a round knob with a point on one side, which you pick up. Thieves have had to clean up after themselves since a few unfortunate accidents with maintenance personnel.
A round knob. This looks like something that would go in a puzzle. Oh, a safe knob. It's the smallest metal knob with an arrow on one side. What's over here?
On close examination, you find some scratches that might be thief marks behind the side drain.
Okay, that looks like it's saying to look under the other grate. Fair enough, we already did that. What about this desk?
You're kidding, right? The desk is, of course, locked.
Alright, what about this door?
The double doors are locked shut. The lock itself looks sophisticated, but the door has a simple sliding latch. If you had the right tool, you think you could easily slip the latch.
Like, say, a card?
You slip the guild membership card between the doors and unlatch the lock. Your guild card. Don't leave home without it.
Nice. Alrighty. So there's a safe.
This looks like an interesting safe. Another fine product of the Filch Safe Company. But you can't for the life of you figure out how anyone can open a safe with no knob.
Well, we do have that. What about these books?
There are a number of fascinating books about thief techniques on the bookshelves. Of special interest is the one on disarming traps. It says that with a new Mark II Thieves toolkits and a bit of skill in picking locks, you can locate and disarm almost any mechanical trap. In the section on surviving magical traps, the book suggests taking up religion. There is also a book on thief marks that tells you all about this secret language of thieves. You learn a number of new symbols and combinations.
Alright.
There are a
But nothing we can take from there. Well, we do have a safe knob. So let's
Now that
slap
you've
that
replaced
baby
the
on.
safe knob, the Filch safe looks ripe for the cracking. You know, kind of like a walnut. To open the safe, you will need to spell out the combination with alternating right and left turns.
So our options are A, C, E, G, I, K. And someone has written Filch Safe Company here. It's interesting. That's 3 times now that it's said Filch. You don't usually write stuff on your safe unless it's meant to try to help you remember a combination. There's no F on this. We couldn't do filch, but there are hash marks between the letters. So maybe A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. And it would have to be filch because safe isn't and company aren't. There's no O and there's no S. So let's try F, I, J, K, L, C, H.
You quickly rifle the opened
Woo!
safe. Unfortunately, it looks as though legions of Thieves Guild initiates have been here before you, as all the money is gone. You do find 5 throwing daggers placed here for, well, safekeeping. The only other usable thing in the safe is a single lockpick, half buried in dust in one corner. You grab the lockpick and the daggers.
Okay, let's go unlock the desk. Pick lock.
Ah, that did it. The lock springs open with a satisfying snick.
Oh crap.
Maybe you should have tried disarming the trap on the desk first. You set off a poison trap. Inside the desk,
Well, don't I feel silly. Let's restore.
you seem to...
There we
You-
go. We'll read the books real quick.
There are...
There. Now we know about traps. Although, I don't know how much those traps help us knowing about them when, what is the barrel? Is there anything in the barrel?
There does seem to be something under this barrel, but you've got no clue of what to do with it.
Okay, fair enough. Let's open this back up again.
Now that you... To open...
A, B, C, D, E, F, fill, L, H.
You quickly rifle... You do find 5...
Okay, so a basic beginner's lock pick only usable on common locks. I'm not sure how well we'll be able to search for traps when we don't have the full toolkit that has... All we had was a lockpick.
You found a particularly diabolical poison gas trap. Fortunately, it's just like one of those described in the book on traps, so you are able to disarm it.
Woohoo! All right.
Ah, that did it. The lock springs open with a satisfying snick. Inside the desk you find a complete and hardly used Mark II Thieves toolkit. It has all the latest facilities for opening the toughest locks, cracking safes, and disarming mechanical traps. There is one lockpick missing from the set, so you add yours to it.
Nice.
You also find a fancy match set of 3 throwing daggers, which you add to your collection.
So we have,
Finally,
what,
you
10
find
now?
some sort of diary or logbook in the desk. The title of the book reads, Memoirs of a Master Manipulator. Modest, eh? You take it out and set it on the desk, but it's a little heavy to carry around with you.
Okay, so I guess we're going to do some reading. Strap in.
You leaf through the chief thief's logbook. An interesting entry speaks of a proposed night raid on the castle. The guild members would use the secret passage to avoid notice. You wonder which secret passage that might be. A later entry in different handwriting indicates how far the guild had declined recently. It seems to be just a bunch of doodling and some nonsense words. It says, Bad boys yell, good girls giggle, rich girls run. Not quite on the same standard as a nighttime castle raid. One of the final entries says, Fred and Frank caught out at night without hooks. Fred is dead and Frank sank. I'm the last. An ambitious thief will try to prosper by hook and by crook. The log closes with some incoherent ramblings about passing the deadly tentacled beast, then the horror, shadows of darkness enfold me, madness and mockery in the dark one's chamber. Sounds as though the author was in a chemically modified state.
Okay, that looks like a code, so
You
let's
leaf-
grab that
An interesting
again.
entry speaks of a proposed... A later entry in different handwriting indicates how far the guild had declined. It says,
BBY,
Bad boys yell,
GGG,
good girls giggle.
RGR.
The lo-
Okay, so that is something, but that doesn't really tell us what to do with this barrel.
You depress the barrel tap, but nothing comes out. Instead, the barrel slides across the wall to reveal some sort of mechanism. This is a door unlocking mechanism. To operate it, push each of the tiles until all 9 tiles have been set to the correct pattern to open the door.
Oh dear. Heart, a green club, a blue diamond, and a yellow spade. Aha, so here's what we need. It was bad boys yell, so blue, blue, yellow. Good girls giggle. Green, green, green. Rich, that would be red. Girls run. Woohoo! What'd we get? Oh shit!
So, you found my secret passageway. You must excuse me. I'm not quite myself anymore.
Hi?
Oh, don't worry. I won't hurt you. It is good to talk to someone again. It has been so very long since anyone has been here.
What are you?
Ah, but I'm forgetting my manners. Welcome to Mordavia. I am the chief thief here. I'm also the only thief here other than you, but that is beside the point.
Let's save our game. Introduce ourselves.
Pleased to meet you. It's so good to have someone of my own kind to talk to again.
Provide our resume? Or no, make thief sign. We never get to do it.
Feeling like an idiot, as you generally do when making the sign, you go through the motions of performing the thief sign to the monster.
Well, of course you're a thief, or you wouldn't be here, idiot! Tuck that elbow in tighter on the belly rub next time.
Alright, provide our resume.
Interesting. You have had a good deal of experience. If you study up on trap disarming and thief signs, you will have almost every skill you need to become a master thief. Perhaps even a chief thief like myself.
Can we offer to help?
You are a very brave and honorable man to offer such a thing. Are you certain you are in the right profession?
Oh, honey.
Do you want to be a thief or some kind of a hero? The two roles are usually mutually exclusive, you know.
I've talked about this in the past, and I feel like the game writers didn't understand the concept of a thief hero, which is kind of frustrating because, I mean, it's not like we don't have enough Robin Hood stories. Aren't there, like, going to be, like, 7 or 8 Robin Hood movies and adaptations and TV shows and things? And it's like, how can you not know about the thief hero archetype? So that's just weird. But they keep seeming to think that there's a contradiction between being a thief and a hero, and there's really not, or at least there doesn't need to be. So, but let's talk to him, and that's enough of me complaining about that. Oh, we got closer. Great. So, let's start with his name.
My name? Oh, you can call me Chief. No point in being informal here just because no one else is around.
And now let's just go down the list. Ask him about the castle.
There is a little-known secret way into the castle that I will someday reveal to you when I think you are ready.
Thieves Guild?
This was once a thriving training ground for new thieves. They would come from miles around to learn the trade here. If only we were not completely cut off from the rest of the world, this would be the greatest thieves guild in the whole world.
I'm not sure why Mordavia was a big thief destination, but okay.
After I became such as I am, many of the members left. One thief said that I was no longer fit to be chief. After I showed him how fast I could throw daggers with these feet, he didn't say much. Never said anything again, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
The ones that left said they felt uncomfortable around me. Fools! Do they think this is some sort of brotherhood of man? This is a brotherhood of thieves! They should be uncomfortable around me. Soon it was just me and 2 others. They decided to explore the castle after the new owner moved in and never returned. So now, there's only me and you.
Well, that doesn't seem good. Wonder what happened to them.
You mean this passage behind me? It leads out of town under the bridge near the gate. You can use it to get out of town, but you cannot get back in. The door can't be opened from the outside.
Okay.
You have to be very careful with traps. Always check for them first. Take your time disarming them. One mistake can be your last.
Let's ask about thief jobs.
We are not exactly set up right now to fence stolen items. There are several places around the town where you might be able to find a bit of loose cash, though. I will tell you what. You go out and steal something from someone in town and come back and tell me about it. If it sounds like you know your basic thief skills, I will let you know where the really good places are.
Town?
This was once a very prosperous town before the swamp cut off the only passages in or out of here.
Oh, that opened up a lot of things. Monastery.
That is a very dangerous place. Do not even think of trying to break into it through the door. The last thief who tried that did not even get the door open. We found his toolkit lying beside the door, but we never found him.
Burgomeister.
You will need to be careful around him. He takes his job most seriously. I once offered him a bribe, just as an offer of goodwill, and the man practically bit my head off. Shee, what a sore head.
I can believe that. Dr. Cranium.
A strange man. A very strange man. No thief ever managed to break into his house unnoticed or steal anything from there.
The inn.
If you ever plan to stay at the inn or even just eat there, I would not recommend stealing from that place. The people there are suspicious of strangers anyway and would know who to blame.
Old man.
Do you mean Nikolai? Yes, his would be an easy house from which to gain money. Be wary, though. The Burgomeister's bedroom is beside the house, and Dmitri watches out and listens for the old man.
And the store.
That shop is very securely locked up at night. The only way to get into it would be to very literally break in the window, and that would attract unwanted attention. Do not try it unless you want to get caught.
And then, last but not least, can we ask about the whole look you have got going on there?
Do you like it? I'm afraid it is not very becoming. And to think I once despised cockroaches.
Someone's crying. Crisp? Chip? Who's crying? Cause of condition, how you can help, is it fun to be a monster? That feels a little out of place, so let's start with cause of condition.
I made a terrible mistake and broke into the monastery one night. It had been abandoned for years, and I thought maybe something had been left behind there. I discovered a secret passage to the basement. That place gave me the creeps. I felt like something was watching me all the time. When I got to the basement, I discovered a small statue I could easily take. When I tried to pick it up, I felt very, very dizzy. When I awoke from my faint, I looked like this. You can imagine my horror.
How can we help?
It would be too dangerous for you to help me. If I, a master thief and chief of a major guild, dare not go back to the monastery, you would be wise not to even think of such a thing.
Is it fun to be a monster?
Do you think it's fun to have 6 legs and no matching socks? Do you think I enjoy running around frantically and stopping suddenly for no apparent reason? Do you think it's fun to look in the mirror and wish you had a giant fly swatter so you could commit suicide? Is that your idea of fun? You idiot! You! Forgive me, I'm just not myself lately.
Baby. Okay. So that is all we can talk to about him, with him at the moment. So we're going to say goodbye.
Must you go so soon? We were just getting to know one another.
And let's use this secret passage behind him. I think we can. I thought we could.
It doesn't.
Why can't I use it? maybe we can't. Or at least maybe we can't during the day. So we're just gonna head out the normal way. Okay, so that was a lot. It's really exciting to find a Thieves Guild finally. But it's kind of scary and horrifying to learn that the Master Chief has been turned into some kind of cockroach monster based on something he found in the monastery.
You've entered a small but nicely furnished
This your
pay
thing.
So we're gonna go ahead and sit down and have some dinner.
It's a garlic souffle.
And Bella immediately leaves. It is, it's not even midday yet. So let's go ahead and rest until nightfall. It's easiest enough to tell out here because Dimitri closes his window. Come on, Dimitri, close your window. Eventually, he does it. There we go. Foosh. Alright, so we're going to save our game. And we're going to go back inside the inn.
After a few minutes.
And have our dinner. We're a hungry hero. And we're going to go up to our bed. Definitely not stealing from anyone tonight.
You unlock.
And out we go. We got points for sneaking out of the inn, and I guess we ought to be stealthing. The Master Thief wants us to prove that we're actually worth our salt. So that means we had to steal from Nikolai.
You carefully open the window and enter the darkened upstairs bedroom.
I don't know why we're using our torch. Seems like a bad idea.
You carefully oil the hinges on the wardrobe doors to prevent telltale squeaks.
Do a quick search of the wardrobe.
You search around in the wardrobe, but the only thing loose and portable is a garlic clove that has come loose from the garlic braid you see in here.
Oh, that's good. We'll need a garlic when we're in the monastery.
The chest is locked.
Of course it is. Let's use our toolkit on it.
Searching the nightstand, you find a small gold locket on a chain. It says "Love" on the outside in well-worn lettering. Inside, you see the tiny paintings of two faces.
Oh, that hurts.
One of the faces is of a good-looking young man. A glance at the old man's face and a little imagination shows that it's probably his portrait from when he was younger. The other face is of a young and lovely woman. This picture is marred by a spot where some liquid has dripped upon it.
Oh, just tear my heart out.
You close it and put it in your backpack.
He cries over it and we're stealing it. That hurts. So, let's go show it to the Master Thief. Maybe we can put
The
it back.
stone carvings on the dark building seem to writhe in the moonlight. You get the feeling that they are hungry and waiting for something or someone.
So in we go. So let's go talk to the Master Thief again. Do we have anything new?
Welcome, welcome. Sometimes I think I will go crazy if I don't have someone to talk to other than the other cockroaches around here.
And we'll tell about the old man's
Tell
house.
the chief about your break-in at the old man's house.
It seems you do really well under pressure. It is a pity that we can no longer fence things here. You could probably earn a lot of money.
We can offer again to help him.
Oh, very well. If you must be a hero, I suppose you could help me. You will need to break into the monastery through the upper windows. There is a secret passage to the basement somewhere in the main room. I think there was some sort of guard, too, but I threw something at it, and it went away. Anyway, once in the basement, look for a small statue. Whatever you do, don't touch it with your bare hands. Bring it back here, and we'll see whether I will return to my dapper self again.
All right. Do we need to give him the locket?
That didn't do.
Nope. Does he have any new conversation topics? Looks like he does.
I don't know. It would be a shame to lose you so soon. The best places to steal from are the most dangerous. I do not think you are ready just yet. Actually, I'm getting used to this shape. I can climb walls and ceilings really, really well now. I can run and be stealthy at the same time. Best of all, I never have to go hungry. I never realized how tasty moldy leftover garlic stew can be.
Oh, honey.
A good thief has many skills he can depend on. Thieving is more than just being in perfect physical and mental condition. Thieving is more than just climbing a rope and a grapnel or the side of a building. It is more than attracting hordes of beautiful women with your debonair style. A good thief practices his knowledge and abilities constantly.
All right. So
There are
thieves
not many
marks.
thieves' marks left around here. Most have worn away. In a big city where the guild is active, you can find marks all over.
Except Shapir and Tarna. But other than that, big city's full of marks.
Acrobatics is a skill which is much underrated by thieves. A good acrobat can spin his body farther than the best jumper. He can cross a tightrope over the most dangerous chasm. And he can always moonlight as a circus performer in a pinch. There is more to stealth than just sneaking around. You need to know when to hide as well. It also helps to carry oil with you at all times. You never know when you might alert someone as you open a squeaky door. With a little knowledge and the right tools, picking locks is a snap. First, you need the right tools. That Mark II kit you have that looks suspiciously like mine is perfect for the job. Next, you need keen senses and strong nerves, knowing that any mistake you make could be your last. Lastly, you need plenty of practice. Just don't get yourself killed getting it. That would be very embarrassing. I'm afraid I'm not in shape anymore to teach you the basics. You will need to have someone else show you the ins and outs of pickpocketing. Besides, this is hardly the right place to learn such a thing. You need a city with plenty of rich merchants and tourists to really be a success as a cutpurse. Some place such as Silmaria, perhaps.
Okay. Oh, there's still more.
You and I can work together and return this guild to its former glory. New thieves will swarm here to be taught by such master thieves as ourselves. I can teach them, well, stealth and hiding, and you can teach them everything else. The Mortavian Thieves Guild will be notorious again. That is, of course, assuming anyone can cross the swamp and avoid sinking into the morass or being dragged to their deaths in order to get here.
That's all.
After I became such as I am,
Okay, we've read this one.
Soon it was... You mean...
We've read this
You
one. Alright, castle.
There is a little-known secret way into the castle that I will someday reveal to you when I think you are ready.
Okay, so let's go storm that monastery. And let's save our game. So let's...
It is a thoroughly...
climb that window.
You find a good spot, then climb up the monastery wall.
This feels safer than going in through the front door. Not gonna lie. There is one thing different about this place.
This is a no longer used monastery.
And it's up here in this little alcove.
There's something dark in the alcove. Could it be, at last, the fabled black bird for which so many have been searching?
So up we go again. I think we could have gotten it while we were up there, but no. Oh man, we climbed so slow. So slow. And now we're gonna climb back down. So, as you remember, the Blackbird is a running thing in this game series. This sculpture of a black falcon brings back memories of your wonderful vacation in Razier. Wasn't there one in Spielberg too? And one in the Bazaar in Tarna? Too bad this is just a cheap plaster imitation. Where, you wonder, is the real Blackbird? I think that gets solved in the 5th game, and asked me to my feelings of almost rage that was the only hook they could think of for for giving the thief a story. I feel like he's kind of the neglected character class that they didn't even want and didn't know what to do with, and it drives me nuts because I feel like I could have given a thief a much better storyline through these games. But anyway, let's give Hector a garlic. And downstairs we go. Just, ugh, it bugs me. Maybe it shouldn't bug me, but it does bug me, and here we are. So, hello.
There is a cold feeling down here that chills your bones and...
We've been down here before, but you know what wasn't here before? Is this little guy.
You see a small statue that matches the description that the chief thief gave you.
So, we probably shouldn't touch it with our bare hands. He said that. But what happens if we do?
You feel a funny tingling sensation, then a slimy one as you reach out to touch the statue. This is not good.
Aww. You have to admit that becoming a giant banana slug is one of the more unique situations in your adventuring career. It's also the last, as you choke on your own slime. Aww. So, we have a shopping bag.
You pick up the statue in the shopping bag, carefully avoiding any contact with your own flesh. The statue glows briefly as it slips into the bag, then subsides.
Alright, let's leave. Quickly. And let's leave through the window. Any day now. Take your time. Haha! We survived. Nothing new to tell him about, so let's give him the statue. What could possibly go wrong?
Wonderful, wonderful. I won't have to scuttle in the shadows all the time. I won't have to have unsavory eating practices. Thank you so very much.
You are so welcome, hon. Alright,
You have such nice manners. Are you certain you want to hang around tough, brutal scum of the earth who will try to beat you up at the slightest excuse? Or is that your idea of a good time?
there are debonair thieves! You even mentioned them!
You did very well indeed. I can tell that you will someday be a chief thief yourself. All right. I know I was getting careless. I am going to make certain no one ever touches that statue again. At least not by accident.
Alright, let's see if he has any new talkies. Let's ask about the chief.
I am all right, I guess, but I'm having a difficult time adjusting to walking on two legs again.
Oh, baby.
Other than the fact that there are no other thieves here, and that we are not likely to get any in the near future, this is a wonderful guild. If you excuse the fact we can't fence anything here either.
Baby. Hey everyone, Cherry says hi. Cherry says hi. Cherry, you saying hi? Cherry says hi. And she's... Okay, no, we don't stand on that. There we go. She is incapable of holding still for a few seconds. She'll stomp all over the desk and want pets for like 30 minutes, but she won't stop moving.
You have to be very careful.
Read that one. Read these.
There is a secret passage to the castle from the Boyar's crypt in the graveyard. There is a special way to open this secret door. Something involving colors and the Borgov family crest, I think. You must be very careful. I know nothing of the people who now live in the castle. Only that the last thieves to break in never returned.
That's interesting information to give us, because if we had gone downstairs in Nikolai's house and rifled through his desk, you get basically that same information, that there's a crypt passage to the castle. So at this point in the thief walkthrough, it's probably redundant information, but it's good to know about the colors, because I don't know how else you figure that out except to just figure it out, or have the game has hints in game on the puzzles. So that is all. Okay, and now we can get behind the there we go, and go out through the gates. So voila. So that is all we are going to do with the thief. I'm not going to do a complete thief run to the end, but I wanted to show you the Thieves Guild and the Master Chief and the monastery side quest to return the Master Chief to his proper form. I really like all of that. I found it a very fun and interesting addition to the thief game, and because they use thief marks to signal you to use the coat hangers, only the thief gets to see all that. None of the other classes notice or read thief marks, which is, I guess, a good way of gating the content. Normally I preferred back in like Quest for Glory 1, how anyone could be a thief and could do all the break-ins. But it makes sense that at some point there would be a level of specialization required. Sure, anyone can read a lockpick, but is your paladin going to be up to date on the thief marks that the locals use? Probably not. So I'll buy that you need a level of specialization in order to get all of that. And I do like helping the Master Thief because I feel bad for him. It would, if you think about it, it is kind of horrifying that they're just a perfectly normal thieves guild next door to a Lovecraftian temple dedicated to Cthulhu. And when they ran out of places to burgle in town, they thought, well, let's burgle the monastery. It's not like there's anybody in it. It's abandoned. So it's not like we're hurting anybody or there's anyone that's going to get upset about it. And then, of course, you touch the wrong magical thing and now your body horror transmogrified into, something out of Franz Kafka's Metamorphoses. So, and then what do you do? Obviously, if he'd gone out and told people that he needed help, they would have been horrified and tried to kill him or drive him out of town. So instead, he ended up holding up inside this passage, just being alone for probably years as the members of the organization fled or were killed by Mordavia being dangerous. So it's kind of a really kind of tragic story and also scary and gross and icky. So I like those sorts of things. And we saved him. We helped. Yay. So that is the thief, stuff. Pretty much the rest of the game is basically the same from there on. So when we come back, we will play as a paladin. We're going to start over, and I'll actually be listening to a lot more of the dialogue because I want to commentate. So the first time we went through, people would talk to us, and I'd be like, that's interesting. Add that to the file of things to think about. And now I'm, going to be going through and going, okay, so what they meant by that, and so I hope it doesn't take as long as the first playthrough, but it may well might, because, the talking takes time. So I will see you in the next playthrough when we go through as a paladin. Once again, this has been Quest for Glory 4. My name is Anna Mardal, and I appreciate you being here with me. Bye-bye.